While they're watching TV, you're out there creating your future. While they're laughing at the same jokes, you're rewriting your destiny in silence. While they scroll, you build. While they rest, you rise. While they escape reality, you face it head on. That's the silent grind. The one nobody claps for. The one nobody sees. The one that separates the average from the obsessed. Because here's the truth. Discipline doesn't need witnesses. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It just needs you. Alone, focused, dangerous. Every night when you choose work over comfort, every time you open a book instead of your phone, every time you say no to distraction, you're building something no one can take from you, an unstoppable mindset. And here's the part they'll never understand. The silent grind isn't lonely. It's sacred. It's where the noise fades. And the real ones are born. You want to know why you feel out of place? Because you're not meant to blend in. You're meant to outgrow them. So let them laugh. Let them chill. Let them relax. Because one day, they'll be watching you on the same screens they wasted their lives on. They mock your silence now, but your results will make them mute forever. It's 1 a.m., the world is asleep. The city lights are fading, the noise is gone, and all that's left is you and your choices. This is the hour where 99% stop, where comfort wins, where average people tell themselves, I've done enough, but not you, because you know something they don't. Growth lives in the hours no one celebrates. Every minute you spend working while the rest of the world escapes reality adds another brick to your future self. The grind doesn't reward you instantly, it slowly transforms you, molecule by molecule, mindset by mindset. You don't see the progress in the mirror every night, but it's happening in your habits, your discipline, your mental wiring. You're programming your mind to obey your goals instead of your emotions. That's what the silent grind really is. It's not work. It's re-engineering your brain. Most people want the spotlight. You want control. Most people want comfort. You want power. Most people want a break. You want a breakthrough. That's why you're different. That's why you don't fit in. You see, while they chase dopamine, you're chasing dominance over your own weakness. While they binge watch success stories, you're quietly writing yours in sweat and solitude. They think the grind is a phase. But for you, it's a lifestyle. It's not 9 to 5. It's 24/7. It's not something you do, it's who you're becoming. You felt the isolation? When you skip parties, ignore messages, or choose work over rest. They call you obsessed, boring, too serious. Let them talk. Because obsession is just discipline that refuses to die. And boredom? That's what success tastes like before it's visible. They'll never understand the satisfaction of finishing that task at 3 a.m., the silence after you've achieved something no one thought you could. They'll never understand how powerful it feels to know you kept your promise to yourself when no one was watching. That's what the silent grind is about, the private victories that no one sees, the invisible war between your comfort and your purpose. Every night you win that war, you become harder, sharper, colder, more untouchable than the night before. So when people ask why you don't relax, just smile. Because they'll never understand how much peace there is in relentless focus. You don't need parties. You don't need noise. You don't need validation. All you need is that hunger that refuses to sleep. The ones who mock your discipline will one day worship your results. While they chase pleasure, you chase purpose, and that's why they'll stay behind. Discipline is brutal, but so is regret, and regret always hurts longer. Every single day, there's a war inside your head, a war between comfort and purpose. Comfort tells you, take a break, you deserve rest. Do it tomorrow. But purpose? Purpose doesn't beg. Purpose commands. It whispers one word, again. Again, even when you're tired. Again, even when it hurts. Again, even when no one believes in you. Because purpose doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares about your progress. And here's what nobody wants to admit. Most people will never win this war because they don't even know they're fighting one. They live trapped inside comfort, worshiping the illusion of balance, while their potential slowly dies, one lazy day at a time. They scroll to escape reality, laugh to hide the emptiness, and complain about problems they never tried to fix. They dream of success, but refuse the discipline that builds it. They want to shine, but fear the darkness required to get there. But you've seen the dark. You've faced it. You've walked through it alone. You know what it's like to question yourself? To feel like you're not enough, to fight the same demons every morning and still show up anyway. That's not weakness. That's power. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. The grind is not about motivation. Motivation fades. It's not about confidence. Confidence breaks. It's about discipline. That emotionless, ruthless force that keeps you moving when everything inside you screams to stop. You want to be great? Then understand this. Greatness is built in moments of absolute resistance. When you want to quit but don't. When you want to rest but rise. When you want peace but choose progress. Those moments, invisible to the world, are what build your future self, the beast that wakes up one day and realizes it's finally outgrown its past. Because while they choose comfort, you're choosing confrontation. You're confronting your weakness, your fear, your excuses. You're looking at the old version of yourself and saying, you're not welcome here anymore. That's what growth really is. The murder of who you used to be. You want to know what the grind costs? Everything. Sleep, friends, validation, peace. But it gives you something far greater. Control. Control over your time. Control over your emotions. Control over your life. Most people never taste that control. They talk about success but live like slaves. Slaves to distraction. Slaves to laziness. Slaves to fear. But not you. You've declared war on your comfort. And every time you choose purpose over pleasure, you win another battle. You want to know why killers stay calm? Because they've suffered more in practice than others will ever suffer in failure. They've been through rejection, doubt, exhaustion, and they're still standing. That's the kind of peace only pain can buy. So, the next time your body says, rest, ask your mind, have we earned it? The next time your emotions say, stop, tell your purpose, lead, because you're not here to live comfortably. You're here to evolve violently. Every day is a test. Every hour is a war. And if you don't conquer yourself, someone else will. Comfort is the slowest form of death. It kills your hunger before it kills your body. Don't pray for motivation. Pray for discipline. It lasts longer. You're not tired. You're just addicted to easy. Every time you give in to comfort, remember, someone out there is using your rest to get ahead of you. There comes a night when the noise finally fades. No messages. No laughter. No distractions. Just you and the echo of everything you've sacrificed. You sit there staring at the glow of your screen and realize something terrifying. You don't miss the old life anymore. The late night calls, the meaningless scrolling, the people who never saw your vision, they've all dissolved into the distance. Because somewhere between the struggle and the silence, you became someone else, someone sharper, someone colder, someone free. You don't chase validation now, you chase progress. You don't need applause, you crave mastery. You don't want to be liked, you want to be legendary. That's the transformation no one talks about. Not the glow up, not the success photo, but the invisible rebirth that happens when pain stops hurting and starts teaching. Every failure carved new strength into you. Every rejection built a layer of armor. Every lonely night trained you to stand alone. You didn't lose yourself in the grind, you found yourself there. You discovered that peace isn't hiding from chaos. It's moving through it without breaking. While everyone was chasing comfort, you were building endurance. While they were posting results, you were mastering patience. And while they waited for motivation, you built discipline that doesn't need emotion to function. This is what the silent grind does. It turns noise into focus, fear into fire, weakness into wisdom. You start to look at challenges differently. You stop asking, why me? and start saying, "Try me." Because the grind doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. You adapt. You harden. You become the type of person who can handle what others can't. You begin to understand that success isn't some loud moment of glory. It's the quiet confidence that says, "I did the work. I paid the price. I earned this." That's what separates dreamers from doers. Dreamers wait for the right time. Doers build it. So when the world tempts you to slow down, remember this. You've already survived worse. You've already built too much to turn soft now. Your future is watching you. Your discipline is watching you. That version of you you've been fighting to create, he's watching too. Don't let him down. Because one day, you'll look back on these silent nights, these tired mornings, these lonely hours, and you'll realize they were the most important moments of your life. Not because they were easy, but because they built the version of you that could finally handle everything you asked for. And when that day comes, you won't need to prove anything. You'll just smile quietly, knowing the world is finally seeing what you've been building in silence all along. The pain you hide becomes the strength you show. Let your silence be the loudest proof. The world will never understand the grind, and that's exactly why it works. There's a moment after the grind, after the years of sacrifice, after the noise, the pain, the doubt, when the world finally goes quiet. Not because everything got easier, but because you did. You stopped chasing noise. You stopped explaining your vision. You stopped defending your discipline. Because now, you don't need to prove anything. Your life speaks for itself. The same silence they mocked has become the sound of your power. Every early morning, every lonely night, every no you said to distraction, it all built this version of you. The one who moves calm, talks less, and achieves more. They used to laugh at your obsession. Now they study it. They used to call you extreme. Now they call you focused. That's the irony of growth. The world only believes once the work is done. But you didn't do it for them. You did it because you refused to live soft. The silent grind taught you the hardest truth of all. You never needed permission to be great. You needed pressure. You needed failure. You needed the fight. Because pain didn't destroy you, it refined you. You burned, and in the ashes, something stronger stood up. You learned to walk alone. You learned to build in silence. And now, you've become the storm that others fear walking through. You don't rise by talking. You rise by working when nobody's looking. The loudest revenge is a quiet life built in discipline. They never understood what you were doing. How could they? They were busy trying to be seen. While you were busy trying to become, you disappeared from the world. Not because you quit, but because you were rebuilding in silence. They were chasing likes. You were chasing legacy. They were talking about goals. You were out there bleeding for them. Now the game is flipped. You don't chase attention, attention chases you. You don't beg for validation, your work demands it. That's the silent grind. You become so consistent, so ruthless with your focus, that mediocrity can't stand next to you without feeling small. They think success is luck. You know, it's war, and every day you're ready for battle. A battle against comfort, laziness, and excuses. You've killed versions of yourself that were weak. You've buried your doubts with your discipline. You've starved your emotions until they started obeying your goals. That's not motivation. That's transformation through pain. You learn that the world doesn't reward those who try. It rewards those who refuse to quit. Now your silence is terrifying because they can't read what you're planning. They can't stop what they can't see. You've become unpredictable, and that's power. They wanted to compete with you. But how can they compete with someone who doesn't stop, who doesn't need sleep, praise, or sympathy? You've turned your pain into a machine. You've made your loneliness a weapon. You've turned your discipline into dominance. That's the killer mindset when nothing can touch you anymore. Because you've already fought the hardest war, yourself. You don't need peace, you need pressure. While they rest, you rise. While they talk, you build. Your silence is louder than their success. Be so cold that even your failures look calculated. And now, You walk through the same noise that once distracted you, but this time, it doesn't touch you. You don't react. You don't explain, you just smile. Because deep down, you know you already won the war nobody even saw. And one day, they'll finally notice. The same ones who laughed while you were silent, the same ones who scrolled past your effort, will whisper your name like a warning. They'll say, "Don't mess with that one." They're built different, but they'll never understand you weren't born ruthless. Life made you that way. You bled quietly. You failed privately. And now you shine publicly not because of luck, but because you refused to break when everyone else did. You became addicted to pain not for suffering, but for transformation. Because you knew the truth. Comfort kills kings. Pain builds them. You turned rejection into energy. And now the same silence they mocked has become your most dangerous weapon. They talk, you execute, they rest. You rise. They dream. You build. This world doesn't respect potential, it respects results. And that's exactly what you became. A walking reminder that quiet people aren't weak. They're just busy becoming unstoppable. So the next time they call you cold, smile. They're right. Because warmth never forged steel. You don't owe explanations to anyone who doubted your silence. They called it obsession. You call it survival. Let them talk, your grind will handle the reply.